Let's talk about your ER survival guide.
I'm telling you, that was a terrible experience.
Hi, everybody. I'm back with another episode of Fugitive Facts, Uncovering Truth on the Run. If you hear my voice, that means that you've just stumbled upon the ultimate guide to surviving the ER. If you've ever felt lost, frustrated, or forgotten in the emergency room, this episode is for you. With over 40 years of experience as a nurse under my belt, I've handled everything from paper cuts to gunshot wounds. And I've seen the ER from both sides of the curtain. Today, I'm pulling back that curtain to give you an insider's view. Have you ever wondered why your ER visit feels like you've entered a twilight zone of endless waiting and confusion? Why does it seem like everyone but you is getting attention? Stick around because by the end of this episode, you'll have all the insider knowledge to transform your next ER experience from a frustrating ordeal into a manageable situation. In the next few minutes, I'm going to be diving into the top reasons why ER frustration even exists. But I won't stop there. For each issue, I'll give you concrete, actionable strategies that you can use to improve your experience. These aren't your typical bring a book and be a patient tips. These are real, effective techniques that most patients never discover. Now, what makes this advice unique? It comes from decades of being on both sides of the ER experience. I've been the nurse rushing from patient to patient, and I've been the worried family member waiting in the waiting room. I've seen what works and what doesn't, and I'm here to share that knowledge with you. Let's set the scene. It's 2 a.m. and you're in the ER. Maybe it's a sudden fever that won't break, or a fall that left you in pain. The fluorescent lights are harsh. The hard plastic chairs are uncomfortable, and it seems like you've been waiting forever. The clock ticks by and you watch as others who came in after you are called back. The frustration builds and you start wondering if you've been forgotten entirely. But here's what's really happening behind those swinging doors. ERs work off of a triage system, not first come, first serve. You know that guy with the stub toe who came in after you? He's going to be growing a beard before he sees a doc if Granny Smith, who just happens to be next door, is having a heart attack. And it's not just about wait times. You're dealing with a perfect storm of stress factors. ERs are often packed tighter than a subway car at rush hour. This isn't just uncomfortable, it slows everything down. And then you're left in the dark wondering what's happening and when you'll be seen. Now, you know you're here because something's wrong, and waiting doesn't make it feel any better. In the back of your mind, you're wondering how much this visit is going to cost you. And thanks to the TV series Grey's Anatomy for making us think all medical mysteries can be solved in 60 minutes or less. I mean, try discussing your embarrassing rash in a room separated by nothing but a thin curtain. Let's face it, nobody's in the ER for fun. The uncertainty of your condition adds another layer of stress. I'm sorry, but sometimes in the rush to handle everyone, the human touch gets lost. But here's where it gets interesting. You might think you're powerless in this situation, but that's far from the truth. In fact, the actions you take can dramatically alter your ER experience. Let's break down those frustrations and what you can do about them. The wait times. Yes, they're frustrating, but they're also a good sign. If you're waiting, it usually means your condition isn't immediately life-threatening. However, if your condition worsens while waiting, speak up immediately. Don't assume staff knows. You got to be your own advocate. Lack of information. Don't hesitate to ask questions. request updates on your status and expected wait times. Most ERs have a charge nurse or patient liaison. These are great people to ask for information. Now here's the biggie: pain management. Be honest about your pain levels. Use the 1 to 10 scale accurately. If your pain increases, inform staff right away. They may be able to offer interim pain management solutions. Oh yeah, those pesky cost concerns. Many people avoid asking about costs, but knowledge is power. Ask about financial counseling services. Many hospitals offer assistance programs or can help you set up payment plans. What about privacy issues? If you need more privacy, ask. Staff may be able to find a quieter area for sensitive discussions or examinations. Remember, real-life medicine isn't like TV. Diagnoses and treatment often take time and multiple tests. Understanding this can help you manage your frustration. What about fear and anxiety? Don't be afraid to express your fears to the medical staff. They're trained to provide emotional support as well as medical care. Share relevant details about yourself. The more information you provide, the better the staff can understand and address your specific needs. But here's the real game changer, something you might not expect. I'll reveal this crucial strategy in a moment, but first, let's talk about what to do when you're finally in a treatment room and it feels like the staff has vanished in thin air. Okay, here's the secret weapon I promised: proactive engagement. It's not about being demanding or difficult. It's about being an active participant in your care. Now, when you're in the treatment room, use the call button without hesitation. It's there for a reason, and it's okay to ask for updates. Track your time. If it's been more than an hour without contact, it's reasonable to inquire about your status. Ask for specific updates on your care plan. Questions like, when can I expect to see the doctor again? Or, are there any test results still pending? Questions like these can get you concrete information. You can also request timelines for tests or doctor's visits. This can help manage your expectations. Now, another quick tip is to keep your door or curtain open if possible. Stay visible to the staff. If you're able, and it doesn't interfere with other patients, consider sitting up or moving around in your room. Movement can serve as a visual reminder of your presence. You can even prepare questions for discharge while you're waiting. This ensures you don't leave with unanswered questions about your care. Remember, you're not just a passive recipient of care. You're a crucial part of the healthcare team. By understanding the ER process and actively engaging with it, you can significantly improve your experience and potentially your healthcare outcome. Oh, I got another bonus tip. Bring a support person if possible. They can help advocate for you, especially if you're not feeling well enough to speak up for yourself. So there you have it, folks. The inside scoop on navigating the ER like a pro. You now have the knowledge to transform from a frustrated bystander to an empowered patient. Let's just recap the key points. Understand the triage system. It's about medical priority, not arrival time. Communicate clearly about your symptoms and any changes. Don't be afraid to ask questions and seek clarification. Be patient, but advocate for yourself. Use the call button in your room. It's your lifeline to the staff. Prepare for discharge even while waiting. And if possible, bring a support person with you. Listen, stay safe out there, and remember, In the ER and in your life, you're your own best advocate. You never know when an ER visit might be in someone's future, and this knowledge could make all the difference. As always, stay curious, stay informed, and keep seeking the truth. Your health may depend upon it.